This was the lamest poem I have ever heard. This video is brought to you by TatumReport.com, TatumReport.com. Get the link in the description section. Make sure you go on to TatumReport.com, subscribe, and donate if God has put it on your heart. Just in case they want to kick your boy off the social media platforms, we can stay connected. Like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Hit the join button so you can join the Tatum squad. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let the NFL go. I want to stop. I want to stop talking about the NFL. But I can't. Because every time I turn around, they're doing something silly. Now, they didn't win out. And then they got some grown men. I'm talking about grown men with probably kids and responsibilities out here trying to make a poem that somebody scripted for them. And they're reading it in a dark room, trying to sound all epic. But they sound crazy as two left shoes on a club foot. I don't know what makes these individuals believe that they need to be promoting activism. The NFL ratings are down tremendously, and they're going to keep going down, not only because of the COVID, but because people aren't watching this. I don't want to hear Tom Brady talk about political, because this is the thing. You may like a quarterback. You may disagree with them politically. You don't want to have that animosity. You know what I'm saying? That's like having a friend that you work with and then y'all get into a fight. And then all of a sudden you can't look at them the same. And then you got to be like, some, man, I ain't comfortable with you no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't see you the same way. And that's the same thing that happens to these NFL football players. Like, dude, I want to see you run touchdown. I want to see you run people over. I want to see you stiff arming people. I want to see you throwing for 400, 500, 600 yards in one game. I want to see you breaking records. I want to see a comeback game, comeback victory. I want to see a Jack Tatum hit where somebody's getting paralyzed. I don't want to see you talk about George Floyd because I disagree with your sentiment. Now I look at you differently, and I can't see you throwing touchdowns the same. Now you look like a weenie throwing touchdowns. I want to see you as somewhat of a legitimate athletic hero. Y'all need to cut this out. But before I continue with my rant, we're going to watch a little bit of this video together because I can't stomach the whole video. But I want you to get some contextual understanding of why I'm making this video and how silly these grown tail men sound trying to do a poem and sound so woke. They should have learned from the celebrities. It's trash and lame. Roll the film.
Is it authentic? That's the mystery.
Or is it just another symbolic victory?
Now there's two anthems. Do we kneel? Do we stand?
If we could just right our wrongs, we wouldn't need two songs.
See, I wonder, this is what I wonder. Why they get the white boy to say it on this part? Why they get the white one to do it? If we can just right our wrongs, we don't need two songs. Why didn't they have a black one say that? They put the white one in there to play the role of white guilt. Keep going.
We don't need another publicity parade.
So we'll just stay inside.
Until it's time to play the game.
Whatever happened to the funds that were promised? All of a sudden we got a collapsed pocket?
The bottom line should not be the net profit.
What? The bottom line should not be the net profit. I need to process that one real quick.
You can't open your heart when it's controlled by your wallet.
Decals and patches.
You can't open your heart when it's controlled by your wallet. I'm just wondering how these players are getting paid. Are they getting paid with Twinkies and Motto Meal? How are they getting paid? Last time I checked, you perform for a check. You perform and you negotiate your contract. Your play and your performance is predicated on the money that they're going to pay you. And if they don't guarantee your contract, you don't play. Right? Or you're going to get screwed and play anyway with no contract, no money. Y'all got to... Okay.
Decals and patches.
Fireworks and trumpets?
We're not puppets.
Don't publicize false budgets. Ask the pundits and we shouldn't have a say.
If you speak up for change, then I'll shut up and play.
If we remain silent, that would just be selfish.
Since they don't have a voice, we're speaking up for the helpless.
It's not enough to act like you care for the troops.
Millions for pregame patriotism. You get paid to salute.
I'm trying to wonder where they coming from. I can't get it. I don't understand. Now I think they're trying to attack the patriotism of standing for the national anthem. Like, What? Like, at what point was this controversial in the NFL? Well, what point was this controversial? When did this begin? Oh, Colin Kaepernick. Most people didn't care. I felt like the NFL was very patriotic. Very patriotic. Honoring troops in halftime or before the game. Now all of a sudden it's false patriotism. All you suckers should be very happy to be in this country and should be loving this country, kissing the ground of this country because our founding fathers decided to make the greatest constitutional document in history that gives you affordability to make millions of dollars playing with a pigskin. Okay, I'll watch a little more.
Lift every voice and sing.
It's just a way to save face.
Lose the mask and stop hiding the real game face.
So if my dad was a soldier, but the cops killed my brother, do I stand for one anthem and then kneel for the other?
I can get with that one. I can see that dilemma where you're not going to be fake and stand and sit and sit and stand. I can get with that one.
This attempt to unify only creates more divide.
So we'll skip this song and dance.
And as a team, we'll stay inside.
We need changed hearts, not just a response to pressure.
Enough. No more fluff and empty gestures.
We need owners with influence and pockets bigger than ours.
To call up officials.
And flex political power.
I'm gonna end it right there. Watch. What's the point? What's the point of this video? Like, what do you like? What do you want to happen? My question to these NFL people, or I don't know, advocates, what are you actually protesting about? Once it's police issues, then it's oppression. Like, what are you talking about? This is like, let me give an analogy. This is like a man that's let's just say you got 3 wishes, right? You got 3 wishes from a genie, and they give you 3 wishes. And changing the world for the better is a wish that could be granted to you. But you don't take advantage of that wish, even though you have the ability to. You go and do other selfish means with your 3 wishes, and then you complain all day long about everybody else not changing the world. You have the ability to change the world, but you ain't doing nothing about it. You trying to point the finger at other people. If you in the NFL, you make the league minimum, which is probably the top 1% of earners in America, and you can't make any difference. Some of y'all came from certain communities. Some of y'all have networks that are huge because you play college football. You have a bunch of people that you know from college football that didn't make it to the league. And you got people that's in the league. And you can't come together and do something proactive. You got to point the finger at who? The owner? It's only one owner. And to be honest, since y'all running around saying that white people don't know what it's like to be black, then why do you want a white owner doing anything for you and they don't know what it's like to be black? Why don't you get a bunch of black people together? A bunch of black celebrities with athletes and rappers, and y'all get together and do something for your own community. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, they don't want to admit to this, is that the hard fix takes work. To deal with the inner city of Chicago, to deal with the degradation that rap music portrays, to deal with some of these hard issues, that's going to take decades. And nobody's willing to do the decade work. But you know what won't take decades? Blaming somebody else, blaming the police. And you know it's not going to be fixed, so you can perpetually blame somebody in perpetuity. All you got to do is say it's the police fault. That criminals fight the police and they pull weapons on police and they get shot, but it's the police officer's fault. Because therefore you bear no responsibility to fix the underlying issues that are occurring in the community. You bear no responsibility. You don't have to do anything. You know, that's like with a kid. Let me give you an example. You got a kid who got behavioral problems. So instead of you taking the time on a day-to-day basis to have them unlearn that poor behavior and introduce cognitive reasoning and positive behavior to them, you just spank them. That's what you just spank them. You just whoop them. And you blame the teachers and everybody else. It's like, no, take your time to right the wrong that's psychologically in these child's minds, so you can be a better productive parent or a better productive person who's mentoring, than for you to just whoop them and blame everybody else. That's the easy fix. The hard fix is taking day to day to try to work through some issues. And that's the problem that we see in America today. You don't want to fix the drama that's going on in the inner city, where every weekend in Chicago, it's a mass situation. You don't want to fix that. That's hard. Because then you got to look at your own influence. Then you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, why am I walking around my pants sagging and gold teeth and all this old crazy stuff? Maybe I'm impacting these people because they're looking up to me and they're watching me flirt with the gang mentality. And it makes them feel like they can be gang members and be criminals and look ridiculous all day and be rich like me, when it's a fantasy world. Because that richness and wealth only allowed to exist in this conundrum here. And this is the Black community conundrum, where this is the ceiling of the Black community. Not all Black people, but the theology of the Black community per se. And I use quote Black community. This is the ceiling. If you are an athlete, you are an actor, you are you're a rapper, you're a drug dealer, you're up here in the community. And you can't tell me that I'm lying, because Jay-Z was a drug dealer and a rapper, and he's up here. Matter of fact, he's still a rapper, and he's up here to some of y'all. I'm sorry the light went out. Don't worry about it. I'm still talking. The devil trying to stop me right there. But he is up here in the community. Who else is up here in the community? Athletes. You see them jokers at the LeBron James is up here in the Black community. He's up here. Y'all want to go through? Y'all know who they are? They up here. And their intellect is not competitive. Their moral structure is not competitive. Their criminal record is not competitive. Now, when you take them out of the context of the Black community and you put them over here in the real world, they're stuck down here thinking that they should be way up here. See, to be up here, you need to have integrity. You need to be educated. You have to be consistent. All of these things that get you up here to the billionaire status, those are things that a lot of these people don't have here. And they demand respect as if they're there. And I can go on there. I need to do a whole lesson plan on that. But I can do that in another video because it'll take me 3 or 4 hours to talk about it. I want you to watch the rest of my videos. Let me know in the comment section, am I tripping, or is the NFL, these players, just the Dolphins, are they tripping? Should they stop? Or are they being activists and they're using their platforms to do good for America? You let me know in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Visit TatumReport.com. Make sure you subscribe. Also, donate if God has put it on your heart, because we need to have an alternative to some of these platforms. At any point in time, they can get mad, especially close to the election, and kick your boy off, and then y'all have no access to me. TatumReport.com is a way that you can have access to me 100% of the time. Just in case they kick me off here, I can still put videos on there. They can't shut my domain down. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all know what it is. See you on the next one. And screw you, light. I'm out.